Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today, as you can see, it's all about personal branding, and who could be a better partner for this than Fiverr. Thanks to Fiverr for being my partner on this one, because I have been using Fiverr. For those who have no idea who or what Fiverr is, I've been using this platform for the past, I would say, 12 years. I still lived in Germany. I just started off with my company. Fiverr was the go-to place for me because I needed something that was affordable, that back then, especially when I had no funds and nobody sponsored me, I needed a platform where I can find affordable services. And you can find everything on there. From web design, logo design, SEO, newsletter writing, if you need a website, everything on Fiverr. So thanks Fiverr for being my partner for this specific video, because I know how important it is to really build your personal brand or your brand. We're talking in a minute about the difference, and standing out. Just like being different than other brands and what makes you unique. That's so important, and that's why I was like, I need to talk about this, because I know a lot of you folks out there probably think the same, and you may just procrastinate to start your business because you don't know how to start and how to build your personal brand. So let's dive right in. Okay, what is a personal brand? What is even a brand? Let's start right there. A brand is simply a product, a service, or a concept that is out there and is standing out by its uniqueness from other brands. Just talk about some random food chains such as McDonald's, Burger King. These are brands. It's not just one specific person that is out there and saying, I'm McDonald's. No, it is the brand that was created obviously by a founder, somebody that had the idea and created the brand. But it was not about the person, but about this specific service or product they have, which is food. The way they market, the way they have their logo, the way their branding message is standing out compared to other food chains, such as Wendy, Taco Bell. You know they are all food chains, and you know they are all brands, but they're all different in their way. And even if you compare Burger King and McDonald's, if you guys eat fast food and if you out there liking one or the other, then you know the difference, and you would not just say they're all the same. For somebody that doesn't eat fast food like me, yes, I say that, but for people that are really loving a certain thing, even if it's in the same business, they will know the difference, because the branding is just so intelligent that way this specific brand found a way to hack people's minds and get into people's way that it makes you feel and the way it appears to a person. So this is a brand. A brand can be Nike, Adidas, the North Face, and so on. So you see, like, there's certain business groups and business fields where you have different brandings or brands, and every single one of them has a specific brand message and a way how they appear. Now, a personal brand is not too much different than a regular brand, just the fact that it is not about the product or the service itself, but it is about the person who's offering that service, who's offering this type of work or concepts. Let's just use me as an example. I have started off as a hair and makeup artist. I have always been into the beauty industry. Over the time, I started to model and act. And I also have been intensely coaching people not only to become professional hair and makeup artists, but over the time also how to develop your brand, how to develop your company. And I started to realize myself, I have all these different things, and just listing all of these things wouldn't be really professional. Oh, so what are you? Oh, you're a hair and makeup artist, or you're also a model and an actress, or but you're a coach as well, and you have a YouTube channel. So it just became very unprofessional in a way where people would doubt my professionalism in those areas, because there's just so many things that I offer and do service for. But the fact that I, in all these areas, have not only won multiple awards internationally in the hair and makeup field, have been modeling and acting for huge campaigns, TV series, all these things, they are valid. And by removing myself from the idea to be a hair and makeup artist or be an actress and model, I removed myself from the thought of having to identify with my work, my job. I am not my job. I am not a hair and makeup artist, but I offer these services. So that is how I decided to completely step away from identifying with my work, but creating my own name in this industry. And when people hear the name Anna Russo, it's not about, oh, so what is she doing? No, this is Anna Russo, and she's not all these jobs, but she's a whole institution for the things that she's offering. When people hear the name Kim Kardashian, they know she's like a running machine. She has all her things going on, her fashion line, her beauty line. She's a TV mogul. She's just all these things, and people don't have to question what she does. They know, because she did her personal branding so smart, the whole family basically. And that is just an example from somebody that is very successful in that field. If people like her or not, that's another thing. But business-wise, when it comes to personal branding, they did a really good job. And for those who feel the same way and feel like, oh, I have all these things and I don't even know how to package it the right way. I feel like people don't take me serious because I have all these things going on. Then this video is definitely for you, because you definitely need to go in the direction of personal branding. And how you're able to do this under $300, especially when you're just starting off, then this video is absolutely for you. Alright, so check off the list. We talked about what is a personal brand. We got this down. And for who is it suitable? Especially for those type of people that want to make an impact by not putting themselves in a box, especially when you are creative and you do all these different things. You want to make sure that people know you for who you are and what you do, and not the services that you do. So for who is it suitable? Especially for people like me. Now, how do you go about this whole where to start, what to do first? For me, it was always a backwards working. I always had all these ideas. I am that creative mind that is constantly running, and I always had these ideas what I want to do and have to do, and this would be great and this would be awesome. So I had to somehow slow down my mind and really reflecting and thinking about the things that I really want to focus on. What are those things that are not necessarily always a passion that I personally have, but how can I be a service for others? How can I be somebody that brings value into other people's life with the kind of work that I'm doing? And once I started to realize that it was not just about me anymore, because we all have these passions and these ideas that we want to fulfill for ourselves, which is very important that we do in this lifetime. But it is also very, very important to create some value and help others so they can become better. And it's like a running wheel, like a frisbee. If you send it out and you give and you provide service, it will come back in some kind of way. And that's not only the best feeling, but it also is very rewarding. And if you don't know exactly where to start, then start off with a list. What are actually the things that you overall do? And you can list everything. You can list from your little side hustle, which can be babysitting, dog sitting. Put it on there. Every single thing that you can just imagine, put it on that list. From your 9 to 5, if you have one, to your side hustle hobbies, the things you're passionate about, list it all down. And really filter out on a separate page 3 things on there that you are absolutely non-negotiable, passionate about, and that's something you could not ever imagine just dropping without your heart bleeding. This is very important. Write this down. Once you have that, because you can always add on later on in your business, but you don't have to display all of these things immediately on your main page or whatever you're going to display. And when you have that, you already sorted out a big chunk of things that might confuse you, that bring you in the direction where you don't even want to go to. And from these 3 things, you will have one that is the very strongest from all of them. And based on that, you can build and structure around your brand identity, your personal brand identity. Who does Anna stand for? What kind of people she surrounds herself with? What are those people that she wants to attract, because it will not benefit only her soul, but especially her business, the things that she wants to achieve with her personal branding. All these questions need to be asked, because then you also know in what kind of a direction you want to go. Branding colors, super important. Every single color has a different emotional effect on people. Why do you think McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell, all these food chains have the same brand colors? Have you ever saw and realized how every time there's an orange, a red, a yellow involved in it? Because it is a trigger in every human's brain that these colors trigger some kind of food hunger. Like you get hungry if you see these colors. Like for example, if you have green, it's a very calming, very healthy, natural feeling that you receive. That's why a lot of these vegan places and all these very healthy food places also use the color green. And if you know these things, especially when it comes to psychology and branding, then you're already 10 steps ahead compared to other people. So colors are very, very important. If you have a service, if you have a product that screams for young people that really want to spend a lot of money on cheap things, but you want to make money fast, you can go with neon colors, like flashing colors, like can be obnoxious colors too, but that is like a alert. If you go to a 99-cent store and you see the signs up, they're all mostly like pink, yellow, red, like some very, very neonish colors. I think you know what I'm saying, because they scream for cheap, get me, only, la la la. And if you have a very high-end, very exclusive product that you want to bring to the people and you put it on the market, then you don't want to use these neon colors because that also signifies that your product is cheap, most likely. But if you have very subtle earth tones, even black, white, gold is a very high-end color, and people that pay attention to these details and that are willing to spend some money on your service, on your product, they're most likely to buy from you, even though you might have the same product as somebody else that use completely different branding colors. So this is very important. All these decisions though can only be made if you know what you want, what kind of clientele do you want, and that's why it's so important to sort out first what is it you're not only the most passionate about, but also how you can help people. And that already is a very, very big selling point. Now, what is the first thing that needs to get done if you are on your journey and when you are ready to go on Fiverr? Then what is the first step to do? Let me show you on my screen. It is really easy. You just go on there, you create an account, and you have all these different services. And you would put in, I am looking for a logo, because to be honest, you can do everything else before, but if you don't have your logo that speaks for you and where people know whenever they see it, think about McDonald's, they see the yellow M and they know exactly what it is without even having the details. But if they see your brand, they see your logo, they know, oh, this is Anna Russo. And that's why it's so important to work the very first on a logo. I have been on here looking for a person that creates my logo, which was pretty simple, to be honest. I found somebody relatively fast, and I always knew I want something with gold. So I knew I just want like my A and my whole name in gold with some kind of reflection, and most likely my brand colors are black, white, and like a rosé tone, just to give it a little bit more femininity and some lightness to it, but still having it very classy and expensive. And that's why I decided to go with gold. And once that was done, I will also put the list here what I have spent. So ching ching. Later on we're doing the whole math. Once the logo is done, all the way down again, what is next? By the way, you find all the services and the content creators and as well the website of Fiverr down there in the description, so you have easy access to go over there and get some benefits because you came through me. So definitely go and check that out, and if you have questions, please ask, don't hesitate, I'm here for you. Since I have a YouTube channel and I know this is where my strongest brand message comes from, where I'm also introducing the things that I do, such as building brands, building businesses, and because I have a bigger audience to speak to and more time to speak to them, because YouTube is just longer than any other videos, such as on TikTok or on Instagram, where the attention span is very, very little. So I appreciate YouTube for the platform because I have an audience that has a chance to listen to and also get value from the things that I say. So you can get out of this YouTube video, start working on your personal brand. So, and because of that, I knew once I have my logo, I definitely need a nice banner for all my platforms. On YouTube, the banner. On LinkedIn, the banner. On Facebook, the banner. On all the platforms, I wanted to have a unique banner that screams Anna Russo. And people start to like remember when they see the banner, even just from the side eye, they're like, oh, I think I've seen this. Oh, this is Anna Russo. Oh, yeah, I've seen that before. So people start to remember and recognize you. And that is the most important thing about branding and personal branding, that you are not switching so many times your branding, your identity, because people start to remember, and subconsciously that logo, that name, that song, if you even have like a jingle that always pops up, that's always the same, people start to remember. So I started to create this banner, and I went a little bit back and forth with the creator, but after a while he knew exactly what I wanted. He got it all right, and I also was able to negotiate with him, which I thought was really cool. And next service also checked off the list. Well, since then I also knew, okay, I have the banners for my socials. Now I need like a cool intro and outro for my YouTube videos. That's how I decided to go with the next service, which was an intro and outro, which is very short. It should like bring your brand message very fast to the point, and also like still keep people on your video. You don't want to have a 1-minute intro video in front of each video, because people don't have time. They want to get the value, they see your video, and they don't want to waste no time. And that's why I appreciate you guys being here and watching this video, because I do validate your time, and I appreciate the fact that you stopped by, and that's why I want to give you full value and that you can get out of this video with all the knowledge that you needed. If you haven't done it yet, please leave me a thumbs up and a subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it yet. All right, we have the logo, we have the banners, and we do have an intro and outro for the YouTube videos. Now it is time to work on a website. And let me tell you, that one was a little bit challenging, because I also didn't know, do I want to be on a platform where I pay monthly also just for the web hosting? How do I want to do it? There's different platforms that you can use also for your coachings and this and that. But I decided to go with a very suitable page that is great for everybody that's just getting started. And if you don't have no funds, if you don't really have no money to start, but the mentioned $300 that we somehow can come up with, but if we're like not able to have like a monthly subscription to a web hosting or all these things, then I found a page called PayHip, where you're able to customize. It's like a Wix situation. There's like little blocks and things that you somehow can customize and put your products on there, put your own pictures and so on. Really cute page, easy to understand, but I decided to let somebody else design me a page on PayHip. And let me tell you, in the past I have spent a fortune on web designers before. I have been paying, I think the most expensive was like 1,500, and I know that is still like cheaper. There you can spend way more on websites than that. But here in this case on Fiverr, I found the guy to do it for $100, which was just amazing. And for me it was important to have something that I can just maintain, that I always can come back to and just edit some things myself. The only thing with this specific service, unfortunately, it just took a very long time for the creator to get the work done. We had some communication problems in the beginning, but then over time, somehow we figured it out and we still got the job done. But you have to keep in mind, some of those creators are maybe just not as experienced. They may have a lot of other jobs they're doing, not only on the side, but maybe also on Fiverr. And then you might have to wait a little bit. But I think especially as a young creator, as a young personal branding developer, you always have to keep in mind all of this takes time and nothing happens overnight anyways. But the fact that you invest in yourself, the time and the thoughts and the effort, is just so amazing because it brings you closer to the next step to become more independent and just be your own self without depending on a 9-to-5 job. So props to you that you're doing this and that you're watching this video and be interested in how to build a personal brand. And I give you the tools and I give you the things that you need and also want to know in order to get there. After I decided to go with a pay-hip website, I knew if I want to pitch myself to brands, companies, with the things that I do, I need a media kit. And for those who don't know what a media kit is, it is basically a PDF file that is all about you and the services that you offer and how you can bring value to somebody else's company with your services, with your being, just with who you are. And that is basically a proposal to others for you to get booked by them. And you stand out big time if you do that, because there's many creators out there and many talents, whatever your profession is, that don't do that. And they just wait for the jobs to come. But if you can be proactive and send out these media kits to brands you always wanted to work with, and brands that always wanted to work with you maybe, but they have no idea you exist, then this is the perfect way to do. This lady, she got the job done so fast. She was on point, super cute lady. I can't say how much I'm grateful that I found her, because now I can send out all my media kits to all the brands I always wanted to work with. And that is really amazing. I will also blend in all the products that I have been booking and using and how it turned out. You already can see it if you go on my YouTube channel, how the banner looks like. So you find very high quality work on there as well. Well, that is it from my side. I hope this video created some kind of value in your life as an entrepreneur, as a creator, as a future personal brand owner. Please let me know in the comments down below if there's anything that I forgot, something that you definitely need to know when you want to start your journey with your personal brand. But that is it from me. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please leave me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.